why my live always closes. It hurts my feelings. We'll see if everybody comes back. It's just wrong. 100 people on the live and it just glitches. Come on, YouTube. We need to do better. Hi guys, welcome in. My YouTube glitched and closed. My feelings are hurt. My feelings are hurt. Oh. I don't know where the other live is. Hi guys. Hi AJ. You think I'm right about it being the future? Well, Gary said it, not me. I'm just participating in his belief system. But it does like make sense to me, because with AI now, like I have such a hard time seeing, like, I see things and I'm like, is that real? Is that a real person? Even I saw someone's live today and I was like, is that real? Like, I don't know. So I feel like thank you so much for the gift. That's so sweet. I feel like for this, it helps because obviously it's a little bit that I know of so far, like they haven't found a way to like mimic a live stream as AI, so. I miss it, yeah. Yeah, we can connect with people in another country, talk to them in real time, like, and I just think the value of like saying stuff and giving feedback on live is so much more powerful because it's a real conversation and you can leave comments and the person can like respond right away versus like, you know, on shorts or on reels, it's more like, I don't know, I feel like the people kind of like curate their responses. It's not as authentic. They like think about what they're gonna say before they say it, where this is like, oh no, like you're just gonna say what you're thinking and we're here. Hi guys, welcome in. I don't know why my YouTube keeps glitching. It's kind of crazy. Low-key, that's what slowed my growth because my channel was like blowing up and then all of a sudden it started glitching and now like my views, it won't go, like it like caps itself and then shuts down, like it gets overloaded or something. Hi guys, welcome in. Hi Martin, how's everybody doing? Hi guys, welcome in. Hello. I was gonna go live for 20 minutes. I think I already hit that, but now you guys got me talking, so how's everybody doing? Hi guys, welcome in. Is that Suni or Sunny? Hello, welcome in. Noah, hello. Hi guys, Mr. BR, welcome in. Soar, welcome in. HJ. Hello, Colombia, love to see it. I like this. AJ said make shorts and have people interact with you after the live stream as you discuss scheduled routine or everything. I totally agree with you. There's actually this tool. It's an AI editor. It's called Opus Clip, and you basically like connect your YouTube, or you can just upload videos and it will give you like all these like mini clips for shorts and reels of what was in the live. But I actually want to start like spending time really creating videos for shorts and reels that are things I want to show you guys and talk to you guys about. But it's really weird because I never thought of myself as a content creator. So it's like, you guys, I just work. Like, so to sit and like think about, oh, what do I want to show? Like, I don't know. It's just not my personality. So yeah, I don't know. I need ideas of what you guys want me to show for the reels and the shorts because I'm just like, I don't know. Yay! I love it. I love it. I love it. I see this here. I'll take you up on your offer of extending the help and advice. You can help. Do you do consultations? So I'm not taking any new clients right now. I'm actually building out my courses. So I'm intentionally not taking clients or work so that I can finish the courses. So when I get them finished, I will let you know. But I recommend to start there because the courses, oh my, you guys, this is gonna sound nuts. I can't wait. People are gonna roast me for this, but okay, I'm gonna say it anyway. I don't know if you guys like heard about all the crazy stuff supposedly going on in Mexico. What's actually happening versus like what they're saying is totally different. But the first day that they started saying crazy stuff was going on in all these videos, you guys, I thought I was like gonna be unalived. I was like, all right, is it my time to go? And the craziest thing is I used to be like really afraid of that. And like, oh my gosh, like I still have so much more to do and so much more to accomplish. And for the first time, like I'm not at all saying I'm ready because I'm not, but like I was just thinking, because I don't have kids, I have nieces and nephews, but I was thinking about like what I would leave them with and if there's anything else that I want to like show, do, or teach them before I go. And when I tell you guys, there's just like a little bit of stuff that I want to put out there. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna do little like long form videos or playlists on YouTube or, you know, do some more courses or things, but like that's literally all I really still have left on my list of like what I want to leave in the world. Like I just have some of this business stuff that I think is really good, and then some of the personal development stuff, like the books that I've read, the lessons that I found. I've done some like spiritual medicines. I've had my own encounters. I'm currently reading the Bible, like things like that that I want to tell or have an opportunity to teach my nieces and nephews about, or at least leave the content somewhere so that like if anything ever happens they can see that. But other than that, like I don't know. I don't know anything else that's like super meaningful that I want to talk about or like leave the world with. So I think for now I'm going to focus on content that's like around that stuff, that's just like stuff that I'd really want my nieces and nephews to know about or to see. And that's it. I don't know what else I want to do. Someone asked about the courses, so let me see. YouTube shorts on personal development and success. I absolutely will. Thank you for saying that. Augustine said, your cousin Alma. Hello, hello. Someone said, no, actually much worse. Ayahuasca. And the other one is much stronger than ayahuasca, and I don't recommend it. It's a 0 out of 10 for me, so I'm not going to say which that one was, but that is on a whole other level. Nick said, courses around the subject you and I have talked about tonight. So the course that I'm building now, the most important one to me right now, is a marketing course for people that are looking to start a business or that already have an existing one and they want to scale it. All the clients that I get, literally all need help with marketing and want to hire me to do their marketing. I've never really thought of myself as a marketing girly. Like I didn't go to school for that. So I never really branded myself as someone that was, into marketing. But when it comes to marketing within a business, I'm very, very good at it. So I'm building the course first, and then I'm going to run the process, run the play on my own business and what I built in the marketing course to show it. And that, when it's like, it's pretty much 90% done now. You guys, it's so good. Like, it's so good. If something were to happen to me and this is what I leave the world with, I will be so happy. I would be so happy, because I think that people make marketing and business stuff so complicated, or they just put a lot of like unnecessary noise out into the world that doesn't actually come back into the form of business or profit for them. And so for me, like, I just want to get this out into the world to have people actually like get real help for their businesses and notice a change in revenue. Like, how do we actually make more money in our businesses, right? Rather than looking cool, rather than like just posting a bunch of content and hoping it works, rather than having it like as a weight on our shoulders that like, oh, I need to get better at marketing, and never actually doing it. Like, the course for me is just like a very easy to follow 5-step guide that gets you actually doing marketing the right way to get lead generation, which is the point of marketing, okay? Because brand awareness is great, but you can't feed your family on brand awareness. You feed your family when leads convert. So that's, for me, kind of like, you know, where I'm at. That's the marketing course. That one, I told you guys I'm like 90% done with the content of it, with like the material build. I have professional certifications in learning and development, which is curriculum development, instructional design, facilitator, which is like training. And I've spent a lot of years in corporate doing those things. And so I've built out the whole actual curriculum and courses. And now I just have to go record the stuff, which is easy. And there is a prerequisite for that course, which will be basically like offer refinement, I would call it. You could call it like offer creation and offer strategy, but I think offer refinement is a little bit closer to what it actually is. But just narrowing down like what we want to offer the world and how you make it make sense for you financially. And you know, you don't want to open a business that's going to drain you and not honor the gifts that you're giving to the world, right? It has to be a balance where you're really providing, you know, a real value and service to the world, but then also that your energy is still good and contained. So, yeah. Oh my gosh, I love this comment. You guys, someone on here named Inertia said I'm thirsty, which is the most funniest comment we've had all day. And I'm going to tell you why. Baby, I am a woman, okay? I am 33 years old. I am in great physical shape. I'm beautiful. And instead of being on camera showing body, instead of being on camera with makeup, instead of being on camera in an outfit, instead of being on camera on heels, instead of being on camera in all these things, I'm in workout clothes, a high up zip, no makeup, tired, talking about business. Like, and someone still calls me thirsty. What is with the world? Hi, Ice Cream. Welcome in. He said, I finally got a haircut and a shave to look corporate for my new intro video after working on expanding my offerings. Overthought it for 3 days though. How do you feel, Ice Cream? That's what I care about the most. How do you feel? And he said, I've come up, you guys, I love Ice Cream. If you don't know, he pops in and we talk about $100,000 months. He said, I've come up with an effective template for LinkedIn posts that will prove the value of my offerings, and I can see a clear gap in this type of objective content. Okay, I need a second. Your girl's tired. Let me absorb that one. Are you selling a LinkedIn offer? But that's a really good plan. LinkedIn is so the future, you guys. Especially if it has anything to do with business. Like, I love LinkedIn. It's so underutilized right now. Hi, you guys. Yeah, it is such an awkward laugh. I mean, if I don't laugh at myself, it's gonna be even more awkward. I feel like that's cringy if I don't. Hi, Vent. Welcome in. Someone said 6'7". Hello. You guys, like, I will be so embarrassing and cringe, and I really don't care. I try. I definitely try. These comments are hilarious. Thirsty for water? I am. Whoever said that. You guys, they delivered the wrong water though, but it's okay. They didn't have my bougie water. That's the worst problem I have all week. I think I'm doing good. Someone said, I need to shower and scrub my skin. My jacket looks homeless. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so if you guys don't know, I put all my stuff in storage 2 years ago and started traveling the world. So my clothes, I only have 2 suitcases. I was in Cape Town and I did a little too much and I had to leave two suitcases in Cape Town. And then I am in Mexico and I don't know what I'm gonna do because I bought a couple things. But anyway, I don't take it as an insult if you say my clothes look homeless because, honey, I am. I am. What do you mean? I've been a nomad for 2 years. Ice Cream said, I'm positioning myself as a thought leader in tech. I love it. And based on what I know about you just from our lives, Ice Cream, I can't wait to see what you do, what you build, and if there's any way I can help. I appreciate y'all so much. I love it. I love it. Hi, Das. Welcome in. Hi, guys. We love Mexico. Someone said I should be buying clothes along my trips. You guys. I don't know. I don't know who can relate to this, but like, I don't know why this came to my mind, but like, you know, I didn't grow up with money. I told you guys about my parents' business just a few minutes ago. And my mom, I can't wait for her to see this clip. You guys, my mom is like the discount queen. That woman wants to buy everything on sale. And my dad, bless his heart, like, my dad will wear $10 jeans and then tell my mom to buy the most expensive stuff. And she, you know, like in our family, Coach is very luxury. She doesn't have anything like, you know, more luxury than that. And so even for me, like nowadays, right, like I didn't even wear Lululemon. To put it in perspective, I'm 33. I didn't even wear Lululemon, which is like $100 leggings, until maybe 2 or 3 years ago, right? So people can like judge and like say all these things, and like I made great money before that, but I had to like shift my mindset on what I deserved and what I was worthy of. And like I've been working like a dog for like since I was 18. No, before that, because I had 2 jobs. Even when I was doing dual enrollment in high school and college, I was working 2 jobs. So like I never, you know, I had a hard time believing that I was like worthy of those things. And obviously I've had people gift me expensive things, but for me to like really like sit down and make that my norm of like, yes, I wear, you know, $100 pants. Yes, I wear $100 dresses. Like that's crazy, you know? And yeah, so I don't know. I just feel like people are so judgmental of other people and you just never know where they're at, or, you know, but I wish that life for everybody where they know that they deserve nice things and that you actually don't even have to like work hard or be humbled to deserve it or earn it, which is a whole other conversation. Ice cream, we can get into that one because I know we can have a whole deep conversation on that one. Hi guys, welcome in. No, you should not title yourself a thought leader in LinkedIn. Maybe on LinkedIn, but no. I love people that say thought leader though. I think because it's like, what kind of thoughts are you leading? Let me hear it. All right, someone said, welcome from Israel, Houston. So is it Israel or Houston? I'm confused. Someone else said, your mom sounds like me. You guys, my mom, she is the sweetest. My mom's the real OG though. She was steady like trying to give me Coach bags when I was like 12. So I think that's lovely. Joseph, thank you. He said, can I say one thing? Jesus says you're worth everything. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Hi guys, welcome in, welcome in. But yeah. I don't know, ice cream. I've been thinking about the hard worker thing. Like, isn't that part of like the matrix and the trap of like, they want us to believe that we have to work so hard to survive. And I did it, you guys, I did. I worked so hard for so long. And now I'm just like, do I really want to work so hard and wear it like a badge of honor? Like, oh, I'm the champion of self-sacrifice. I worked so hard. Or like, do I really just want to work on the things that I want to work on that are important to me to like put into the world and not need to have like some crazy standard of like, I need to work X amount of hours to show that I'm valuable or worthy, or I need to make X amount to show that I'm valuable or worthy. Like, no, actually I'm valuable and worthy without all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know. This is crazy, ice cream. I'm not, we're subject hopping. Okay, hold on. I need a second to get that comment together. Hi, Miguel, welcome in. Hello. All right, I'm gonna read the comment now, ice cream, let's do it. I don't even know what to say. How does that work in tech? And that's not the way that I think it is, right? Because my mind just goes, I don't know tech like that. So you need to break it down for me real simple, buddy. Because what the heck? What? What does that mean? Hi guys, welcome in. Sanda, that's brutal. Sanda said, no, just men have to work hard and not complain. I don't know. We're not ready for that. And you guys aren't ready for me to comment on that because, you know, women, like our society, everybody like says, okay, men are the providers, but then nobody actually understands what kind of like pressure and stress that puts on another human being. Because if someone labeled me as a provider and that I had to take care of everybody else, I would not be okay. I would not be all right. And everyone just like places this on men, and then now like with social media it's really crazy because everybody expects like, you know, normal men in their 20s and 30s to buy them Chanel bags. Like, honey, first of all, Chanel, do you know why Chanel always has old, like it was always for old people? You know why? Because only old people could afford it. Because you worked your whole life to be able to afford a $5,000 bag. Now we have people in their 20s and 30s spending their entire life savings on a bag just to look cool and then telling men that they have to do it, which is crazy. That's crazy. I'm not ready for that conversation. I don't think anyone else is either. Yeah. You guys, I'm tired, so you got me saying all the things tonight. Just saying wild, crazy thoughts. Anyway, Sanda, I don't know. I think that's not fair to anybody. I think you should be able to complain. Fitness Track, welcome in. I've been whiling out talking about family stuff and business stuff. So help me out of here. T said I'm telling the truth. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think people are ready for that conversation, but I mean, this is like the consumerism, material society, and then, you know, there comes a point where you realize like none of this stuff actually matters. Like, none of it. And when it's our time, we're like evaporated in a second. And so stressing ourselves over, you know, worldly things isn't the move. Someone said, I only like half of you because you're nice but not bold, honey. You got me sadly mistaken. You got it backwards. Someone said, I once met a lovely woman with 2 Givenchy bags. I need more context. Again, ice cream. You're talking in code over there, buddy. Or maybe it's a real story. I don't know. What do you mean, Daz? I'm reading you. T said, all right. Look, here's the thing. T said some people put materialistic stuff before bills. They do. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't there at some point in my life too. And it's not, like, that's sad. It's really sad. Like, I don't know. This is how you know we're messed up, because people seek attention more than, like, survival, you know? It's crazy. I'll pray for them. Joseph said, I'd pamper you, treat you like an angel, because you are a gorgeous angel. Thanks, Joseph. Sounds like a party. Yeah, they do, Michael. They do seek approval. And I think, like, okay, so, like, I don't know if this happens to other people, but for me, when I started to, like, when I left my hometown, I moved out of Chicago, or out of Michigan when I was 21. I moved to Chicago and then to Texas for 7 years. And I started to travel. And I always have these moments where I'm like, holy crap, like, is this real life? Like, is this really how people are? And I don't know, it was just for me, like, realizing, like, how people are has been a crazy experience. Top King, I love this. He said, 45-year-old father, 4 boys. My wife stays home and raises our kids. My biggest flex. That is so cool. Okay, that is so cool. And let me tell you why. Who was I having this conversation with a couple days ago? I think my friend Matt. You guys, my friend Matt is a really great videographer. And he's like one of my closest friends. He's traveled. When I had the crystal business, he was going with me, and I was making him put crystals in a suitcase. We would come back with 50-pound boxes and check them on the airplane, and our carry-ons had rocks in them, and he's like filming the whole thing for YouTube. Crazy times. Anyway, Matt and I were talking about this because he grew up in poverty. My parents had kids young, and, you know, obviously didn't have a lot of wealth. And we were talking about the things that normal families do out of survival versus, like, wealthy families. And he was talking about how, like, things like braces, for example. He does some video work for these students at SMU, which is a very wealthy college in Dallas. And he's like, every single one of these kids has, like, a really nice smile, and, like, when did y'all have braces? And, like, how is it so normal? And it was so funny because I didn't even have braces, you guys, until I got them myself when I was 27. And you see this with, like, wealthy families, and what a nice thing it is that kids can get braces and a beautiful smile so young. Like, we weren't taught that, like, your smile and your appearance affects your opportunities, Or like, for example, like health and fitness and wealthier families, it's well known that like you have to take care of your body, you have more options, people respect you more. But like I didn't grow up knowing that I needed to work out. Like, it's just crazy. And so now that I'm like, where I'm going with this, Mr. Top, is my sister's 38 and she has a 3-year-old. She's always worked, and she was a dental hygienist by trade. And then my sister is just like, you guys, I love my sister. Sorry. Okay. My sister is just so precious. Like, my sister worked at Costco while she was putting herself through dental hygiene school. And she's just so sweet. So she got sick of her job before she had the baby. And she started working with my dad hanging insulation. And my sister, she was doing mobile dentistry. So she was working with kids doing mobile dentistry, like going to the schools. And she was so depressed. Like she didn't like it at all. Like the team, like she just was unhappy. So she went and started hanging insulation with my dad. She's a girl. Insulation is it's very itchy. Like, it's not a fun job. It's hard labor. And so anyway, she went to hang insulation, and then she got pregnant. And her husband, they've been together for like probably more than 10 or 15 years at this point. And he was like, Allie, my sister's name is Allie. He's like, Allie, you gotta quit your job. And my sister's like, what do you mean? And he's like, the insulation, like you can't be pregnant and like, hanging insulation is bad for your lungs and for the baby. So he had my sister quit her job, and now she's a stay-at-home mom. And that kid is so smart because my sister had the time to read all these books, and she's like so cautious of this kid's nervous system. Like, I don't even think my mom knows what a nervous system is, right? But the point that I'm making, right, and why I want to say good job to you, Mr. Top King, is because when you have one parent in the house that's able to be present with the kids, what the studies show and how much that helps that kid's life and their nervous system, it's incredible. And that's what actually helps raise children, not from a survival mindset, but with a much healthier system. And so I just want to say good job to you. Like, that's amazing. Sorry for the long story. I hope you guys liked it. My sister's the GOAT. I think we all do. Someone said I definitely seek approval sometimes, approval, attention. We all do, right? And depending on our upbringing, I was also talking about this with a friend of mine earlier. Some of us are raised, this was groundbreaking for me, you guys. I didn't figure this out until like 3 months ago. Some of us are raised to please or to contribute to the family. And we're literally raised to be people pleasers. And it's not a knock against our parents or anything like that, but in a family system, the kids are required to behave for the family and do things in a certain way to keep the parents happy, right? Not to be their own person, but to do things for the family and for the parents. And that creates adults that actually self-betray or self-abandon to please others. And that can look like seeking approval. That can look like seeking attention. And it's not actually the healthiest thing because they don't have a strong sense of self. They're seeking external validation, right? So I don't know. I might lose a lot of people on these things, but I hope it helps. Ice Cream said living through images and self-images is a default in today's society. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Pampa, welcome in. They said, oh, hello. I've never seen you interact before. Only workout. This is nice. Love your vibe. Okay, you guys, thank you. Usually I'm talking on camera, talking about business. When I'm in my norm, you guys, I'm like, I like to dress up in my little business clothes and look cute and talk business, but lately I've just been like in the zone and getting clear on really what I want to do in terms of the content filming type of stuff. and I'm just finishing my courses, so I've been real quiet, just working and working out, and that's why you haven't seen me talk a lot. But honey, I'll be back soon, so yeah. Michael said, oh yeah, I travel quite a bit in my 20s. Yes, people are interesting. So interesting. No, Tim, we want you here. You need to go touch some grass, buddy. Go touch the grass, touch the trees, take a deep breath, count your fingers, name 3 things in the room you can see. Anytime I'm having a mood, that actually snaps me out of it. Thanks, ChatGPT, for that one, by the way. Michael said, my parents are still married 42 years. Mine too. They just had their anniversary. They were married in 81. So for 40, I'm tired, 45 years. That's crazy. Sandra said, dang, she's carrying crystal rocks on a plane after doing ayahuasca. No, that's not the correct order of stuff, actually. I think I did the ayahuasca before. No, I was into crystals before. I don't know. They were separate of each other. I know that. They were non-related activities. You guys, I love to try anything in the name of like personal development, and that is a scary place to be, okay? I don't really have like, how do you say, like a group. You know how people are like, oh, like the woo-woo crystal people, or like, oh, the athletic people and the gym people, or like, you know, the tech people. I don't have like a one, like where I'm all in on anything. I like to like kind of dabble and do all the things, but yeah. Ice cream. I don't know if you're laughing at me or with me at this point. Health as well. Thank you. Braces off, gang. Yeah, the appearance does affect the opportunity. It's sad, but it's true. Like, it just is what it is. Jordan said, damn, sounds tomboyish. Your sister is built different. You guys, she is. But she's like, also like Betty Crocker too. Like Martha Stewart. The girl's always doing some projects, surprising people with the most thoughtful custom gifts. Like, she's just, I don't know. I love you guys. I love my sister. I have 2 sisters and they're both amazing. I think the one sister though, Allie, like, I just don't know how any one human can be like so thoughtful and perfect. Like, she's special. T, my dad owns an insulation company. We talked about it, but they basically opened the business when I was 6. And I watched them build it from the ground up. And then in 08, like 09, everything crashed and it went to 0. And he actually went back to the machine shop. I didn't say this earlier, but my dad is a machinist by trade. And so he went back to the machine shop and worked in the machine shop until he worked 2 jobs in the machine shop, actually. He's crazy. He would go to work, you guys, at 5 a.m. and he would come home at 4 p.m. He would have a quick dinner and then he would go to the next job and be at the next job 5 p.m. to midnight. And he did that 6 days a week for a year and a half. And then when he finally said enough, he went back to building the insulation business and built it all the way back up from nothing. He's crazy. He's really special though. Bruce said, when am I gonna stop? Never. Ganchi said 80% brain development in the first 5 years. Thank you. Thank you. And my sister also doesn't let her kid have sugar, which everybody else like is mean to her about and like tries to secretly give the kid sugar, even though that's her like rule is to not give the kid sugar because it affects her brain development. But people aren't ready for that conversation either. Jordan said mature at a young age. Someone said one half of your face is high society, the other is middle school teacher. Thanks. Which one is which? Is this the high society? Is this the middle school teacher? I'm okay with the vibes. T said, good night. Good night, good night. Sweet dreams. Thanks for joining. Ice cream said, W streamer. Where am I from? I'm from Michigan. No, jackalope. I've never seen one. Maybe I should look. Heck yeah, I have a cross. Heck yeah. Ooh, ice cream. I love this comment. Ice cream said, lately I've been doing major breathwork meditation for like an hour every day. I need more though. Okay, do you want to go down this rabbit hole right now of like Kundalini and the whole pineal gland and the fluid and all that stuff? Because that's a whole other conversation. I didn't know any about that stuff. I've been reading too much. Ice cream, send me the breath work. DM it to me. You guys have some wild comments in here. Hi Dylan, welcome in. Sonda said, whoa, props to your dad for being a machinist, welder, mechanic, fabricator, delivery driver here. So you're all the things. My dad too. I like welding. Have you guys ever seen welders? I love when my dad welds because he puts his big mask on and then it's just like sparks of fire and he's like, my dad is like, he calls us kiddo. He's like, step back, kiddo. And then he's like, sparks flying. It looks so cool. Mechanic, him too. I don't know what fabricator means, but yeah. He still drives these dang insulation trucks. My dad is so funny, but he does everything. Like, I don't know how anyone works as hard as he does. He's crazy. He's crazy. You guys are wild. We have some wild comments. Hello from Spain. Hi guys, welcome in. Hello, hello. I'm gonna be 33. Your girl's getting old. Thank you, Bros Life. I appreciate you. Crimson, welcome in. Hi, TWC. Yeah. Ganchi, wait, I just have to tell this story now because, okay, so my dad, I don't know what has me talking about family today, but, okay, my dad broke his foot when I was like, okay, this was in the 08-09 time, okay? Remember I told you they lost everything, so he goes back to the machine shop, and dude is pushing 1,000-pound steel block on a dolly up a ramp at his job, okay? Mind you, his whole business crashed, lost everything, and he's back in the machine shop working for someone after like 9 years, basically. The wheels on the cart break, and the block falls off and lands on my dad's foot, and his foot breaks, okay? It gets like shattered like a pancake, and it had a wound on the side, like a cut, because it literally like very bad. So my dad is home and he's like nursing this broken foot, and I don't know what happened, but like somebody broke the washer, the washer and dryer, and it's overflowing to the point where there's like water all over the ground. And my dad, he has a broken foot, so he can't mess with all that stuff, and like fix it. And again, this man has no sons, so he makes us do all these boy activities, and not in a sexist way, but like, I don't know how to fix a washing machine, okay? And I don't have a desire to learn. I feel for men. If you also don't want to do this and you're a man, I understand. So anyway, my dad is like, it's okay, kiddo, just like get down there and like do this. And I'm like, Dad, but there's a wire. There's like these wires hanging out, And he's like, it's okay, you're fine. It's not gonna hurt you. Like, it's okay. You guys, I got zapped. I got electrocuted. So he did let me get hurt like one time my whole life, and he felt so bad. Oh my gosh, he felt so bad. I was fine. It just gave me a little jolt and then I was good, but poor guy was very, very, very remorseful that he got me electrocuted. Thank God I was okay. I can't wait. Next time I go home, I'm gonna put my parents on live so you guys can just laugh and giggle at them. They are hilarious. Jag, welcome in. Yes, I do work out. I work out every single day. Oh, ice cream. Hi. He said, I'm doing the Joe Dispenza breathings, but I focus on the heart after the hold because I read that the serpentine energy moves both ways. Interesting. So I thought it was at like the base of the spine and then it goes up and down, but you're saying it from here and it goes up and down from the heart? That makes sense. And I feel like that's a very Joe Dispenza type of thought. I really like that. I think I have all the Joe tapes. Maybe I should look. I should look, definitely. Hi, guys. 22. Enjoy life. Figure out what you really want to do. And, like, don't do a career because it makes money. Do a career because you enjoy it. Is that bad life advice? I don't care. That's what I wish someone would have told me. Do what you want to do. Hi, guys. Welcome in. There's a lot going on in here. Yeah. This is crazy. Your chicken laid 20 eggs. Holy crap. I think that's a lot in a day. Is that a thing? Linda, welcome in. Guys, I don't have any mods. We need to stop that. Yeah. This is Buff Bunny. Since you guys keep asking. This is Buff Bunny is the brand. All right, you guys, it's late. I need to go to sleep. I hope everybody subscribed. Welcome in. I hope you guys enjoyed my insanity, my absolute craziness story time, talking about a bunch of random things and just yapping. I missed you guys. I appreciate y'all. Okay, wait, now there's 1,000 questions. Let me answer your questions. Thank you for the beautiful eyes. Buy your girlfriend's Buff Bunny. It's a great brand. Favorite hairstyle in a man? I'm easy. I like either very short hair, like buzz cuts, like something just like clean, or I'm like a big kind of like braids girl or like Big Sean vibes. I like Big Sean's hair always. He's the GOAT. Let's see. Or long hair in general. I don't know. I like hair. I think it's so pretty. John said, you've got to find a compromise. You can't ignore money. True. But is it, like, I don't know. Someone said Hello Kitty. Speaking of Hello Kitty, guys, I went to the Legree studio. Remember I told you the girls canceled class? And I was with the owner of the Legree studio, which is like Pilates. And she was telling me in Tokyo that there's a bar where the girls dress up like Hello Kitty and then they like lick their paws. I need to go back to Tokyo so I can see this myself. This sounds wild. I have no children. I have no children. Hi guys, welcome in. Dang, someone went on Facebook and got kicked off almost the entire internet. What'd you do? Aram, this is like a tough thing because I like when men get haircuts every week. Like I think that is such a cool thing, but then they turn into divas. So I'm conflicted on this, you know? Like someone like my dad, he gets a haircut every 6 to 8 weeks, like very nice, clean, low maintenance, hardworking, very loving. And then you have the men that like get the haircuts every week and they look really nice and they smell really nice, but they go to the salon more than I do. And I don't know. That's a nice look too. We all like long hair. I love this. Someone said praise our Islamic women for staying traditional. You guys, people don't realize Islam is a beautiful religion. Where I grew up in Dearborn, well, actually where I grew up is not Dearborn, but I spent a lot of time in Dearborn, and it's actually has the largest Muslim population in the United States, and it's a beautiful religion, beautiful culture, and the way that they view being conservative and like covering is a very beautiful thing. Very, very beautiful. Sana, you're wild. You need help, my friend. All right, you guys. From Kalamazoo, look at that. We love Michigan. My dad, no, he's like 60. He'll be 65 this year. Yeah, I used to feel very uncomfortable streaming, but that's why I just laugh at myself, because who really cares? And it took a while not to get like upset when people were mean, but you get better at it. Just keep doing it. Yeah. Okay, guys, I gotta go. Yes, I'm from Michigan. I'm from Michigan. My family lives like near Ann Arbor, and yeah, born and raised in Michigan. Okay, guys. See you soon. Bye. Good night.